Hello everyone, this is Mumbo and welcome back to another episode on the Hermitcraft server. It's episode 107 and today we have got some fairly bold plans. Hopefully we can stop supporting the only Concorp store. Wait, is it Concorp? I genuinely can't remember. No, it's not. Oh, well, well, I'm sorry Ren, okay? Either way, we're going to stop supporting Ren. I feel bad now, I really like Ren and he's not really a competitor in the slightest. But, I mean, well, we're going to stop. Oh, so by the end of today's Hermitcraft episode then, we are going to have stopped supporting my friend's store. That doesn't have the same ring to it, does it? That doesn't have the... But still, I want to build a cool wood farm, okay? I want to build a cool wood farm. And I think we can all guess where this wood farm is going to be constructed. We're going to be building it in the perimeter. Now, where in the perimeter are we going to build it? That kind of presented itself as I came out through the door. This spot right here seems absolutely perfect, doesn't it? So we can build up the tree farm. I've got to be a little bit careful because obviously there's some lava spots in here. But we build up the tree farm here, it gets pushed across, and then of course we're going to be making use of the Minecraft 1.14 TNT that blows up all of the items to actually pick it all up. So we're going to have a fully automatic wood farm, which means that we don't have to worry about chopping down trees, we don't have to worry about chopping wood ever again. We're just going to be getting loads and loads of wood. Unless of course we need anything other than oak. Yeah, oak is the only type of wood that we can get with this thing. But where this is going to be super useful is obviously we can craft up loads of chests, we can craft up loads of hoppers, and I have far less redstone resources in my redstone box than I thought. Wow, I'm fresh out of almost everything. Thankfully, after searching through all of the shulker boxes up in my storage system up there, we actually have quite a lot. In fact, my shulker box is now filled. So that just shows you. Now then, it's time to actually start building up this thing. So, first things first, we need to build the platform that the tree farm goes on. So this is where our tree is going to be planted. We're going to have a dispenser above that glass block. And then all of these hoppers are going to be picking up all the saplings. And our TNT explosion area is going to be over here, keeping it as far away from all the complicated stuff as I can. Pistons are going in, so these, for anyone who's built a tree farm before, you'll know what these do. These push the trees across like this. So we've got, actually underneath, if we take a look down here, you can also see we have the piston that actually detects the tree that has grown. So this will extend across, and this will power all of this stuff. And now I think I need to kind of run out like this. And this side of the redstone circuit is going to do the front piston extension and also extend the pulse of these back pistons as well. It's been so long since I've built one of these, and I'm trying to do it from memory. Bit of a progress update, so we've got all of that in place. Those redstone lines that you see there will run into a line of blocks, so that is the double extender all done. And now I'm just in the process of doing the redstone lines for the pistons that are going to be on this side. So these are the leaf crushers. So if I just place in this and then run this redstone line across here, we're going to have a big wall of pistons right here with wood blocks on the front of them that will push out, crushing all the leaves, dropping the saplings into here, and those saplings will end up in this chest. This is all going surprisingly well, but then of course I haven't built the TNT side of things yet, which, as we all know from the cobblestone generator video, is the part that, yeah, can occasionally cause some problems. Anyway, we've now run out of pistons, which, yeah, brings me back to here. There is still one Concorp store that I definitely support. I support it very, very strongly. I think there's a chance that I've actually spent the most diamonds in this place. I don't know, it's difficult to keep track of. Anyway, I think the actual tree farm itself, redstone-wise, is now all completed. So we have everything in place, everything should be ready to go, apart from the redstone clock that runs into the dispenser, but that's very easy. So now it's time to start placing in the wood and actually getting this thing up and running. Ah, hello. There we go, guys. This tree farm has almost paid for itself. In fact, it will pay for itself because I just spent 8 diamonds on buying the pistons, and that's going to give me more than 8 diamonds, I would have thought. This should hopefully be the last time I have to do this in Hermitcraft Season 6, and I gotta tell you, that makes me feel good. What comes next? What comes next? What comes next? So I've got the glass up at the top to stop us getting really tall trees. I've got all the dispenser circuits. It's actually got an on or off switch now, which I can't actually access. I haven't made this very easy to fly into, as you can see, especially because I'm not very talented with Elytra. I also think it's incredibly comical how tiny this tree farm looks in comparison to the rest of this place. Now I think that puts into perspective how huge this area is. Like, this is a big build. If you put this in my base, it would look pretty enormous. But in this area here, it looks tiny. It's almost like a joke. Anyway, we're now moving on to the TNT section of the build, and that involves kind of putting these blocks around a corner. So these trees are going to be pushed out like this, and then going to be pushed across like that, and then we have to make them go downwards, because if they go downwards, the TNT will then fall from somewhere up here down next to the wood, and it will blow it up, allowing the wood to fall down into some water that's going to be in this area here. I've just realized though I haven't actually tested this thing yet, so excuse the ticking noise. We need that to update the piston. Alright, that seemed good. Yes, these all seem synchronized. So look, so these pistons push, then those pistons push. This seems like it should all be working. Ooh. Except these pistons are actually at the wrong height, or I haven't got enough of them. Yeah, I haven't got enough. Man, look how much TNT Green has got. He must have a really efficient creeper farm. So here is the famous TNT duplicator. This thing has been built a number of times by me now, and that is all connected into there. This is where the TNT drops down, so it drops down in the center of this area. The logs will go down here. All we need to do now is the little holding system for the TNT to stop it from just dropping straight to the floor. We need to do the redstone clocks, we need to hook all of that stuff up so that the same lever activates both of those things. Then we need to do the item collection. That is everything done on this. I am so nervous because this is kind of the point where things begin to start taking shape. And that means that we're going to have to test out the TNT system, and as you know, it can be a little bit temperamental. But at least I'm having a better day than Iskall, who I think has just dropped out of the sky, landed in lava, and lost all of his items, including his god armor. Which I'm not sure if he can get back. I don't know if Mojang have actually removed that. Yeah, someone let me know down in the comment section. Anyway, let's see if I can top Iskall's bad day by blowing up this redstone contraption, shall we? Right, here goes. Oh, that sounded good. Yep. Yep. Nice! Wait, is that everything done? Oh no, of course, water can. Yeah, there's loads left to do. What am I talking about? Now, I thought it'd be worth coming over to the new 1.14 village to check out how everything is coming along and also pick up some resources that I have left in this chest. And I can't help but notice that my rocket does not seem to be where I left it. Let's see what's happened here. Oh, for goodness sake. Iskall has mounted a magnet to the top of his skyscraper and he has pulled my rocket down. That is ridiculous. And what on earth is... Wait, hang on. What on earth is going on with the lasers too? So the laser is coming from Scar's cannon. It's hitting Grian's build, hitting Iskall's build, and it's being mirrored. So I guess those are mirrors. And they're mirroring back, and it's actually going back onto Scar's build. That's very entertaining. So there's lots of things going on there. There's all sorts of Jack and the Beanstalk action going on. But my poor rocket. I mean, that is... I'm so tempted to see if it still flies. Like, I would love to see... I mean, it wouldn't. Yeah, no, it's not going to work. But I love the thought of just watching it travel off in this direction. Maybe, if only it did, because then we could maybe take off the top of Grian's build in the process. What is very entertaining about this, though, is that although Iskall has pulled my build down, because my rocket is on top of Iskall's build, I'm still beating him. So at least I'm not last. Okay, I haven't been dropped to the bottom just yet. But Grian is definitely beating Iskall just about by the spire, and then I think Scar... I mean, yeah, Scar is clearly winning here, so I don't even know what to do next. I mean, the issue is, you know, my smoke... I mean... I've now got a lot of distance to make up. I might have to white flag. Either that, or, you know, go down. We could definitely go down. I could relocate Sahara Street in front of my house down to bedrock level, and then I would definitely have the tallest house. I don't know. I'm going to have a think about what my next move is going to be in this contest. Anyway, back over at the tree farm now. We have, I think, all of the essentials in place. How well is this aligned? So, we've got the center there, and then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4... and 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that's brilliant. So that gives us plenty of space for things falling. Hopefully they shouldn't land over here. We should be able to capture all of the wood that drops out of this thing. And I think the TNT is going to explode maybe 5 or so blocks above the water. So somewhere about here. Alright. I think it's ready to test. We just need to get a bunch of saplings. Now I'm hoping that after months and months of playing on the Hermitcraft server, I will just have saplings lying around. See? See? That is the best thing about having played on a server for a decent length of time, is that you just end up with stuff. Stuff that occasionally you can just pull out. Look at this. Oh, this is brilliant. Okay, next thing we need is bone meal, which we have by the bucket load. So now we do this. I'm just quickly going to double check everything 4 times, maybe 9 times. Everything seems to be in order, so okay. I mean, that looked good, didn't destroy anything. Now I just hold down the right click button. Good grief. I mean, this is it. This is where I'm going to be chilling from this point forth. Are these being pushed down correctly? It looks like they could be. Yeah. Yeah, I think they are. Yep. Yeah, everything seems to be working. This is fantastic news. So if I place in a sapling here, it all falls down, and look, logs being broken, ending up in here. Alright, let's do this. Now I thought it would be cool for me to time-lapse this tree farm working, just so you can see it operating. You can see all of the wood dropping down into the storage system. It's so cool to watch TNT powered farms, and I thought while this was playing, I would do a super fast time-lapse talking about my YouTube schedule, because a few of you have noticed that it's been a little bit all over the place lately, and that's kind of by design, to be honest with you. And there's a few things that have messed with my recording schedule, because obviously, despite the release schedule, I also have like a recording schedule, times where I sit down and record, and it's been a little bit messy due to work being done at the house, things like bathrooms being ripped out and reinstalled, and floors being done and everything like that. But also I've taken this new mentality on releasing videos, in that I release them when I feel like they're as good as they possibly can be. And I've been doing this for the past couple weeks, and these past couple weeks have been my best ever weeks on YouTube, by a long way. So people are really enjoying the new style of content, and I think this is something that I'm going to be sticking with for the foreseeable future. So there's not going to be a schedule anymore. Videos are just going to come out when I feel like there's no improvements that I can make on them. 48 minutes gave me... Oh my word! What? 48 minutes! 48 minutes! And I have got more than a full double chest of wood. 48 minutes for a full double chest. And then some. Oh, I did use up all my bone meal. I was planning to go for a full hour, but I used up all of the bones that I had in that shulker box there. So that's something that we're going to have to work out. But wow. Wow, wow, wow. How ridiculous is that? That is nuts. And that 48 minutes was also peppered with a few repairs that we had to make to the system. You may have noticed that lots of wood ended up being pushed out here, so I had to add in some movable objects. And every now and again, I don't really know what causes it, but these top pistons, let's see if we can see them. So those top pistons there, those two can occasionally get blocked up. Don't know why, so you have to pop up there and you have to break them, then you have to break a little bit of wood that gets stuck there when that happens. But other than that, it's completely plain sailing. And even better news is that we actually make a profit on the saplings. I was very worried about that because obviously they introduced that sticks can now be dropped by leaves as well. But no, we make a profit. So we are profiting in saplings. That means that we can use this infinitely as long as we have bone meal coming in. So long story short, this thing's awesome. This thing's seriously awesome. I really couldn't be happier with it. I'm curious, how... Oh wow, it does cost quite a lot to craft a golden apple, doesn't it? It does look... But I mean... Okay, so I can eat it when I'm not hungry. How much does it boost your health? I can't remember. Regardless, I thought I would spend some serious diamonds. So now I have a full stack of 64 golden apples. I'm going to have to get used to the fact that you can still eat them even when you're not hungry. Because I found out that my natural thing when I take off is to try and eat. For some reason, it's just a muscle memory. Oh, whoa. Hold the phone. Oh, okay, so iTrade has changed now, and all books are 2 diamonds. That's nuts. That is nuts. Very interesting. You know, I was just flying over to the base, and I suddenly thought something. I have not been in this area for months, and it is the worst entrance in the world. Seriously terrible. We need to do some work on that. But this area here is my secret gunpowder storage. Right, nobody tell Grian about this. But you know what? I do think that we actually need to do a little bit of work on this entrance. Because, I mean, I guess we will pop in and out of this place. Even though we've got the witch farm that produces gunpowder, it is nice to also have gunpowder on hand in the base. So we can quickly craft up some rockets. Is that my old bamboo farm? I should probably remove that as well. I mean, I guess this place has been loaded while... Yeah, there's a bunch of bamboo in here. So I guess this whole thing has been loaded while Exuma's been over at his crazy geometric guardian farm. And then also maybe while I've been over at my base, but that's a bit of a long shot. Anyway, let's get rid of this thing. Just for the pistons, mainly. The pistons and the hoppers. Apparently, actually quite a long time. But it's still there. So maybe they're quite good, actually. In case you're wondering, this is probably the first golden apple I've eaten in about 5 or 6 years. In fact, now that I think about it, I think the last time I ate one was during ultra hardcores. Now, when was that? That must have been a long time ago, because I mean, I stopped doing those because I was really bad at them. Anyway, back over at the creeper farm area here, I thought first off, we need to extend out that pulse so that this door stays open a little while longer. And then also, I think we should go for a different activation method because it just seems a bit rubbish, just throwing an item above a slab. Now, I reckon to do this, we should use the old pufferfish thing where you get close up to a pufferfish and then it puffs up. And to do that, we need to find a warm ocean, which is this? Nope, this is still definitely cold ocean. I mean, that should have been a giveaway. There's icebergs in the ocean, and I'm questioning whether or not it's warm. Oh, it's been a long day. I found one, but I haven't had too much success in catching him. How do you catch these guys? Oh, I've got him! Yes! Okay, we've got ourselves a pufferfish, and I'm drowning. If you can't tell, I haven't really done this before. In fact, I don't think I've ever used one of those pufferfish detectors in survival. What? Wait, what? Did I accidentally throw out my boots? I accidentally threw out my boots. How did I even do that? What? That's so strange. Anyway, despite me losing my boots in the ocean, I managed to make my way some 4,000 blocks home with my elytra almost running out. I was definitely panicking about that. But now we're back in this area here, and if we place this guy in... Okay, well, that all seems to be working. Okay, so then we just need to connect that up into this pulse extender here. Right then, let's give this thing a whirl. Perfect. Okay, that's way better. That is so much cooler. Now remember, it's very important that we don't tell Grian about this place, and we certainly don't tell him the secret activation method to actually get in here, because otherwise all of the gunpowder is going to be gone, okay? It's all going to be removed, alright? So very important that he doesn't know. Anyway, I really do hope that you enjoyed this episode on the Hermitcraft server. If you did, please sure to that like button. And if you really loved it, then make sure to subscribe. But thanks for watching, guys. This has been Mumbo, and I'm out. I'll see you later.